The lunacy continues every Thursday night following JCW Lunacy. Join your host, Mac Davis, Noel Harlow, and Chip live for the JCW Lunacy Post Show. Special surprises, exclusive news, killer interviews, and footage. So when the final bell rings and you still want more, Mac and Paige have the score. Blood on the canvas, jokes in the chat. We laugh. We gasp. We run it right back. Face paint dripping, crowd still chanting. We go live while your heart's still panting. Lunacy Wrestling Post Show with Mac Davis, Noel Harlow, and Jeff Lay. Live Thursday nights following JCW Lunacy. Exclusively on Vince Russo's The Brand on YouTube. Tonight on JCW Lunacy, there's a war. The ground's going to shake, bodies are going to fall, and this man right here is in that war. Where tonight, Big Vito, you have a chance to own 50% of JCW.
Owning this company with Vince Russo, it's going to be an honor and a privilege. But to you, Violent J, watching you squirm, taking this place down brick by brick, it's been an honor and a privilege. You talk about how you're going to do everything possible to save your company. Guess what? It's not going to be enough.
This match is about everything we stand on. The pillars, then our JCW, the ceiling, the floor, and walls. God damn it, Tony. I'm serious right now. Everything is on the line right now. I've been on the outside watching, and I'm not going back on the outside.
Juggalo Nation, get ready for Big Vito, Phil.
I'm not going out there to wrestle. I'm going out there to fight. I'm going out there to tear, rip, and claw, and bite.
Big Al has any balls. She put up her contendership on the line against me tonight.
I'll put my number one contendership up. But if I win, you have to kiss my ass in the middle of the ring. Yeah!
Oh! That definitely Saito suplex!
Oh!
Eats the lariat! Big Al back to form and beats her! Oh! J-Rod!
We had an agreement. I beat you, you leave the company.
If you had any balls, you'd come to this ring right now! What are you gonna do? Come on, motherfucker! Where you at? Where are you?
Oh, wait a minute.
What are you gonna do?
Right.
That's the cameraman.
And Caleb doesn't realize it. That's how Matt Cross got back in the building. He just disguised himself as a cameraman.
Matt Cross has infiltrated Lunacy. Hey!
Take this piece of shit. Take this piece of shit right now.
Cross is going to be thrown directly out of this building.
Huh, Joe, you think you're gonna win, huh? You think you're gonna win, Joe? Huh? You're not gonna win. You're not gonna win. Get up. Get in there. What the hell are you doing? Get the shit out of here. Next time, listen. You dumbass juggalo. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Don't tell me Vito of all people.
They're not coming, ref. Count them out.
A deal was a deal, Vito. Since Violent J's team is incapacitated, I am going to put together a team for Violent J.
What?
You gotta be kidding me.
And the stakes are the same, Vito.
Anderson, mic check.
Whoa.
Maybe the only answer is violence.
Facade.
Look out! That impaler DDT on Nemeth.
Oh, hold on. He's covered in blood.
It's a different record. This is where the balance of power lies. Oh, Violent J with a K, and now Violent J.
Whoa!
Nemeth sends Vito to the danger zone. Cover! Violent J's got power!
Here are your winners, Cocaine, Nick Nemeth, and Mr. Anderson!
Violent Violent J's, smack and collar, long live Violent J's in JCW.
Who loans your money, homie? Who loans your money, homie? Who owes you cash? Who taught you how to use the barn for the grass? I don't know much, but I gotta assume that when you hit your first net, your homies was in. You talk about homies, homies. Talk about the dogs of love. Motherfucking homies, homies. My dog, clown of sun. Talk about homies, homies. Talk about the dogs of love. Homies, homies. What's up to me? I would never dare you. What's up to me? I would rather spare you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the craziest show online and in the whole IWC. It is Insanity, your JCW Lunacy review show live on HMG Media Group's YouTube channel and, of course, on the Patreon after the fact. I am your host, Jimmy T. He is my co-host, Woogle Brandon. Brandon, what the hell is going on, man? How's things in what's back?
I don't know. We're getting insane up in here, pal. Yeet, yeet. Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. As I was telling you earlier, he's my Easter, and happy Easter to anybody that is of the Orthodox Christianity faith. We celebrate Easter today. So, yeah, man, it's a busy day for me today, that's for sure. And that's why there's a little bit of delays. And, of course, I had to break my damn camera stand. But luckily, I had another one. So, yeah, we're here, man. So that's all that matters.
Nice. So, there's something I want to know. Did you see something that happened on TNA just before we get started? We spent a little bit of time on this. I thought this was something that would fit. Good. I think if they did some of this, there's some good crossover stuff with JCW if they did this. I know we're gonna get a little bit more into this on Impact Attack, but you see that that like 3 years like that vignette that aired on the TNA Impact the other night.
Well, that involves Abyss.
Yeah, the one that ended with Abyss.
Yeah, I did actually check that out. Now I don't know what that means for TNA moving forward and James Mitchell, of course. But does this mean we're gonna get Abyss back in a semi-full-time basis on TNA?
I don't know. They've been doing a lot of, for this angle they're doing with Rosemary, trying to bring Allie back to life, which I got to give them credit for. That's a committed continuity because Allie was literally killed off. She's brought back as an undead, and now Rosemary, her best friend, is trying to collect the 7 deadly sins to bring her back to life. That's the storyline, and there's been a lot of cameos along the way.
Interesting. Well, like I was telling you off the air, me personally, I would love to see Abyss in WWE. Now, I don't know, it's probably a little too late, and to be honest, WWE have kind of made him look like a friggin' idiot when it comes to Unreal. And this is what I hate about Unreal in the first place. Because he comes across as like, oh, I'm sorry. You know, like the Chris Parks character where he's always apologetic in TNA and all that.
Here's the thing, though. You can actually go back to TNA storytelling for that. That was him and his like older brother timid personality. That's not the Chris Parks Abyss personality. Because it's established he's schizo.
That's true too, but I don't know. Like I said, it's the only thing that takes me out of it, just a little bit. But I don't know. Can he still go? You think? How old is he at this point? He's got to be in his 50s, right?
Oh yeah, definitely for sure.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see where that goes. Yeah. Look, you and the vet are obviously the TNA guys. You guys do the Impact Attack every Mondays, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on HMG Media Group's YouTube channel. But you know, I don't watch TNA all the time, so I can't really say what's going to go on and whatnot. But like RBV says in the chat, No one watches Unreal but fucking nerds. Well, it's true, but like I was saying, they make him look like a bit of an idiot and a nerd, to be fair. And that's what I hate. If you're gonna bring him on television, don't make him look like a fool.
I mean, there's a way you could do. I mean, you could have him be like I was talking to you earlier about. He could be like Danhausen's bodyguard, where he can play along with the comedy, but if you piss him off, he can go full abyss, crush your ass.
Well, first of all, you and I were watching. We're doing this watch along yesterday. We SmackDown, and Danhausen was in a friggin' match.
Yeah,
and
that
I
was.
didn't even like that. To be fair, man. And that's what I don't want to see him in matches. If Abyss is going to be his bodyguard and whatnot, don't put Danhausen in matches, please. Please. Crazy. I mean, look at the way he looks, dude. I mean, he looks like a surfboard. You know, if I was him, I wouldn't even wrestle with my top off. I'd still have like.
He made Kit Wilson look big.
He actually did. I hate to say it, but he freaking did. I mean, it is what it is, but I don't know, man. But hopefully we'll see. We'll see where it goes, man. We'll see where it goes. It's funny that, you know, James Mitchell, we see James Mitchell as well, because I was thinking of him today, and we'll get to that when we do, and I'll bring that up. But it's just, I don't know. I just hope they do it properly. Don't screw him over. Don't make him look like an idiot. And if you're going to bring him, say, with Danhausen, I just feel like it's going to be too comedic. You can't go any other way with it. But if that, look, just because that's not my cup of coffee, that doesn't mean it's not yours or anyone else's. So no one's opinion is wrong. At the end of the day, it's all subjective, because pro wrestling is objective. True, Brandon?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
it's whatever it is you like.
Absolutely.
As long as it sticks to the rules of the universe and makes sense.
Well, Sanov says, I would like if Kane and Abyss do a backstage segment at WrestleMania, but yeah, I think Abyss said he's retired. Every pro wrestler that says they're retired, you know that's not true. They always come back for another run. You know what I mean? The only one that I think will ever stay retired, possibly, is more than likely John Cena.
Yeah, he'll probably be the one that sticks to it, maybe. But then again, he's about to hit 50, and me on those guys can go into their 60s.
Well, you know, Shawn Michaels,
especially these days.
Well, that's true. That's true. Well, G-Ball, that's good for you, man. You like Starbucks double shot French vanilla? Nice. But anyway, we'll see where they go with this. I just hope it's good. I can see the vet just shitting on this.
Oh, yeah,
Shout out to the vet if he's listening, which I doubt. But you know he's going to shit on this 100%, Brandon.
Which is going to make the show more fun.
Absolutely. That's what I love about it. That Brad says Danhausen doesn't need to be big. He's a supernatural demon type character. Logic goes out the window. That's true.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does have character plot armor for that.
He does. That's why keep him out of matches, for crying out loud. Buckshot Kid wants to know though, Brandon, with you. This is a question to you. Did you watch the JCW show? I sent you the link.
Unfortunately, I have not had the time yet. I mean, I saw it and then I just kind of got caught up in other stuff and just kind of slipped my mind.
What JCW show is he talking about?
It was that Florida one that, well, we're actually going to get into it a little bit later. That one where Cocaine went over Anderson for the title.
Oh, okay. That special they had where MSG took over me that week you're talking about?
No, I think this was like before then. This was a like a special, like not a live show or anything. It was just pretty much a house show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was in Florida.
Oh, well, Rick claims that he doesn't like coffee. He goes, he gets along with Coke, but not the cola. The white powder lines, pal. No. Rick, stay off the drugs. That is funny, but we'll get to that when they do, because these guys, I mean, come on. Sanov says, great JCW Lunacy, though. Best JCW I've seen yet.
Dude, I agree, too. In fact, I enjoy this one more than anyone myself, and let's see what their numbers are tracking. So remember that one that we said was did really, really good numbers because it was like a 30K we did Insanity that day.
Right.
Well, they're normal like about a week after. Like by the time they hit the next Insanity, it's usually about 35 or 34, 33, 30, between 37K by the time. It's currently at 36.
Wow, good stuff. It's climbing every friggin' every week. It's truly is getting higher and higher. And I think with the TK coach and bro interview with TK, I think might have even brought even more eyeballs to the JCW product. And what's funny? Vince wants to work with AEW, of course. But we do have AEW wrestlers that do come into to JCW. Like, for example, Willie Mack is still an AEW contracted guy. Nyla Rose made an appearance. She's still contracted with what's it called, AEW.
Yep, and plus also they're working with JCW's working with. Actually, I should say the back. What was it? Big Al appeared on an ROH show. She challenged for the ROH Women's TV title.
Really?
Yep. He has a ROH Maple Leaf Pro. I think was it border like a promotional show.
You talking about the one 2 weeks ago, I think, or a week ago, whatever it was?
Yep. And then they had that Panic Zone where Maple Leaf Pro's Giselle Shaw was on it, and they're in a partnership with Ring of Honor. Or partnership. Yeah, because there's a thing. I think it was like Scott D'Amore and Tony Khan were doing this like interview together.
Very interesting. T and Cooper says JCW first episode has 113K, but that was the very first episode. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? I don't know if we'll get to, hopefully he does get back to those numbers, but we'll see. Labrat reckons he should get Russo Britt Breaker. That would be interesting. But I think Tony got a bit, he got a bit glitched out about that.
Yeah, that seemed to be the one. That seemed to be the one thing. It's like I can't really get into that.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Rick says, "Isn't JCW in Vegas this upcoming WrestleMania weekend?" Yes, they are.
Yep, and we are. Yep, and we are going to do a very special, super late HMG After Dark. We're going to watch Stranglemania, pal.
After what? Is that go head to head with Mania at all?
No, it's let's see if at least in our time zone area, it's going to be Thursday night at midnight. No, Friday night at midnight. Friday.
Your time?
Let me double check just to be sure. Yep, Friday midnight.
Wow, that's pretty late. You know what? If you're going to do a late one like that, I might as well join you.
Nice.
Maybe we'll turn it into a watch along review type of show. We'll see. Cold Blooded joined us saying, "Oh my, Cold Blooded." I need Big Ray to give me that little sound bite where it says Cold Blooded. It does. Well, Labrat says it goes head to head with the Hall of Fame almost. Well, the Hall of Fame might drain us all too, though, Labrat. Let's be honest. Like last year, where it ended after 5.5 hours or some shit like that.
That's right, because it airs for SmackDown.
Well, before we get into the actual show, Sanov wants to know what's the thoughts on Cocaine being a champion. You go first.
I like it. I mean, he's one of the guys who's gotten the most over, and they need to get homegrown talent on the top. And he's a good guy to have in there.
Yeah, Cocaine is growing on me every week. Like, I just like the whole character aspect of it. Like, it's fun, even the way he talks, like, if you want to call it talking, but he's unique. The whole Coke thing is absolutely hilarious. Like, the real skeptical side of me would sort of be like, oh, what the fuck is this? He's on cocaine and blah, blah, blah. But you don't watch this show particularly for that reason. I look at Lunacy more like Lucha Underground in some ways. Like, in terms of what you see is what you get. They're not trying to be like WWE or AEW, for example. They're not trying to be like, they take themselves really serious, if you get my drift. Whereas, and if you looked at it from that lens, like in the sense where like they're AEW or WWE, then you won't enjoy the show. But if you look at it for what it is absolutely brilliant. If you get my drift, if you get what I mean by that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like the perfect environment when you have characters like that.
Absolutely. Whereas AEW and WWE, they think, I don't want to say like, it's, how do I put it? Like, they're trying to be more real than anything else, if you get my drift.
Too sanitized. That's right.
But even their deliveries in their promos and all that shit, like, I don't know. They contradict themselves anyway, those two companies in many ways as well. But it is what it is. And that's why anyone that doesn't want to watch the show because they think, oh, but it's, ICP and all that. Well, you're doing yourself misjustice, literally. Check out the show. Look at it for what it is. And I promise you, you will actually enjoy it. There's no ifs or buts about it. I find it funny that Sanov thinks there's going to be a war with AEW. And I know why you think that because of the little promos that we got during the show where we're seeing bombs and all that. And I know
that's just how they do promotional stuff. That's just how they promote their
right. Don't get your hopes up, Sanov. Doesn't mean they're going to be at war with AEW, but who knows? Hopefully I'm wrong. That'd be great if it was. Jeff Lane is in the house and he says, bro, is pretty sure Stranglemania is midnight Pacific time. Wow. Is it live, by the way, Jeff? Or even Brandon, do you know if it's live?
Pretty sure it is.
Cool. That's late, but not late for me. For me, that's perfect time. So I'm looking forward to it, man, because obviously I'm on the other side of the planet. So it's not going to affect me in terms of time slot. But yeah.
I was taking that back to SmackDown.
Oh, no doubt. Cold-Blooded says Lunacy was better than NXT and SmackDown this week. I totally agree with you. 100%. Oh, Jeff, is this like a pay-per-view, though? Is it like, do you have to pay to watch this one? Because I got Chiller TV. So, if I have to pay for it, I will. But 3 a.m. Eastern time, according to Chiller TV. Wow. That's late, man.
Hey, we're doing it, though, boys.
Yeah, think of it as a slumber party, folks. Come on, join us.
Yeah, pretend Dave Meltzer's here with us.
Oh, wow. Speaking of Dave Meltzer, before we get into the show, did you see the appearance he made?
Where did he make an appearance?
On SmackDown.
He did?
He was in the front row, probably the second or third row.
Yes, I remember. Yes, I was joking about it during the watch long. Like, wait a minute, he actually did it pop up and I missed it?
I saw a fan cam footage of it. It is absolutely he's almost looks like he was hiding, dude. I know that in San Jose, obviously that's where he's from, but he was literally hiding. It looked like, and someone screamed out to him, "Get out of here, you 60-year-old Mark Tart," or some shit like that. And he just didn't sell it. But still, if you hate WWE so much, why the fuck are you there for? And two, did you hear what he also said about doing a show with either Vince Russo or the coach? Now, going by that TK interview, Vince Russo was getting praised by everybody. I did not see no negative anything about Vince. Only coach was getting the negative heat about that interview, right? But this is what he said. He said that he would do a show with the coach, but not Vince Russo. Grow some balls, Meltzer, for crying out loud, you bitch. Seriously.
He's a pussy. He's a pussy.
Straight up pussy. If Tony Khan, right, and he knew what he was getting himself into, you think he didn't know? You know what I'm saying? If he had the balls to do the show, what does that make you look like, Dave? Seriously.
Yeah, and then Khan admitted on the show that Meltzer told him not to go.
Right.
And I was trying to say it never happened. It's like, okay, that conversation did happen.
And you saw when Alvarez and Meltzer were talking about the interview, right before it happened. Look how butthurt he looked, dude. He looked like his wife cheated on him, and he's about to cry, man.
Get me cuck chair Meltzer.
So yeah, he's open to do something. Evolve's coach. It is the Coach and Bro show. So if you're gonna jump on the show with Coach, I would actually surprise him with. Imagine if Vince just appears, right? If they go through with it, I would pop, man, because I could just see Meltzer just almost having a heart attack on the show. But that's just me being a bit morbid and would love to see it. Hopefully they do a sneaky sort of swerve. I doubt it, but it'd be funny if they did.
It'd be something I doubt is happening, though, because I don't think Coach would do it without Vince.
Sano says, from all my years watching wrestling, I still don't know who Dave Meltzer is. Good. Don't even get to know him. But anyway, let's get into the show, shall we? Because we start off as we see Violent J pop up. in his truck. And of course, he was greeted by the Brothers of Construction, Willie Mack and Too Tough Tony. Then we see Russo actually turning up, and he tells Jay, let's get to work, as they shake hands and they're going to get their shit done coming up in the show, which is interesting already. But then we see Mac Davis attempted to interview Cocaine. Davis wanted to know if he could interview him. Stephen Flo said he would do the talking for Cocaine, but then Cocaine challenged Flo to a championship match for later in the show, and I guess that becomes our main event later on. And they shake on it, and I guess we get our main event, right? Are you looking forward to the match, or were you looking forward to the match?
Hey, Flo Kane explodes, pal. We've been looking for this for a long time.
I still pop every time I hear the song, dude. Stephen Flo, he's on his way, yeah. Hey, Jeff, who actually wrote that song? I'm just curious.
Pearl Jam.
No, not Even Flo. I'm talking about Stephen Flo. Like, you actually done the song. Like, who literally did it? Like the Stephen Flo version. But anyway, that leads us to our first match of the evening. It is for your JCW Women's World Championship. We got our champion in Hollywood, Haley J, versus Big L. And I was hyped for this match, dude. I'm not going to lie, because these are two of the best women, not just in JCW, but in all of professional wrestling, Brandon.
Agreed.
And they put on a great match. And you know what? Before I also get into this match, this whole show, I don't know, man. It had this special feeling about it compared to previous shows. The fans were into it. Everything about it, like, just, going into the whole Vito thing was absolutely immaculate. But this match was also great. And I'm so happy that Big L becomes your new JCW Women's Champion in a great matchup. And but I guess at the very end of the match, you see Haley J go out for the handshake, and Big L does put her hand back out, but only for her to go, nah, I'm not freaking shaking hands with her. So I guess this is not over just yet, Brandon.
No, this is like the Trish and Lita of JCW right now.
Yeah, but I can see these two in a way. Yeah, well, like you said, Trish and Lita, right? I can see these two becoming besties in the future.
Definitely. In fact, if they ever introduce tag team titles.
Yeah, why not? They'll be unstoppable.
And did you catch any of the when Big Al was on Zero Metrics Mucho Opinions with Vince?
No, I didn't actually. What was it about? What was it on that? I should go and check it out, but I haven't. I've been busy all week, dude, with my Easter stuff. So I haven't had a chance to watch or listen to pretty much not much.
Pretty much just on her and her background, and she said on there that her and Haley J are like pretty tight, like sisters.
Really? Backstage. Well, yeah, you could sort of tell, man. I don't know why, but I already got that feeling about them two. They just seem like they would be, besties. And like you said, she did make an appearance at Ring of Honor and Maple Leaf Pro, their dual event. Like I said, man, I see big things for both of these women, especially for Big L. I just hope they stay around in JCW for a long future, because them two are literally, like you said, the Trish and leader of this company. And if these two can carry that women's division for a long, long time.
Absolutely. Like the foundation of it.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Absolutely. But what do you think of the match overall?
It was a good match.
Anything?
Both women absolutely know what they're doing. Of course, I know I get the whole power slap thing. It's, why are we doing shoot power slaps?
Well, I don't know, dude. Like I said, but I mean, I'm not mad about it. Well, you don't like it?
It's just unsafe. It's just unsafe. That's all.
I mean, they're not going full poof, Believe me, man, if you like wind up and literally slap the shit out of someone. Oh, yeah, and Stormy was getting held by Vince Russo. Thank you, Labrador. I forgot about that for a moment. And apparently Stormy doesn't smell too nice.
He got the whole my pooch treatment.
I mean, Stormy's all right. I'm assuming it's a she, right?
Well, of course.
Well, she's cute. Let's say that.
And he sold it, and he sold it well on commentary too.
Yeah, absolutely. Vince killed it, man. He was absolutely killing it, man. But L did win via the lariat for the win for the 1-2-3 in a great matchup. And like I said, there was handshakes getting put out, but it was all a swerve, only for Haiti to be like, hell no, I'm shaking your hand. But I think this is moving towards like sort of like getting respect. Eventually they're going to respect each other if they don't already. And like you said, in real life, they're like sisters anyway. But you can see it, man. Just the way by the way they look at each other and the way they work, you can tell they're actually pretty close.
Yeah, it seems like they kind of sometimes I want to they also want to push each other too to their best.
Absolutely, man. As you would. If you're friends with someone, that's what you want to do, man. Bring out the best out of each other. But after the match, we do see Mac Davis being interviewing Big Vito backstage. And Vito mentioned that Russo said Vito would be a juggalo. Vito went off and used a bunch of swear words. I mean, cocksucker, motherfucker, you name it. He said it. Which I feel sorry for Vito, man. I'm not going to lie. But he was just swearing his butt off. But anyway, we see PCO turning up after that and said he's quitting the Luciano family, which is not a good thing to say, PCO, just quietly. Anyway, Vito said he has a hit list. And then he started swearing even more. And then Davis said he had good news as Fago comes in cream soda.
That was tremendous. That was a great line.
Oh boy. Oh, poor Vito, man. I mean, if anyone can play like man, the way he looks legitimately stressed. That's what I love about the way he plays this character, man. He's so good at just making this whole situation looking like so good, man. Like I know I'm not trying to be biased with Vito because he's a friend of the show and HMG and whatnot. But man, I still can't get over. I say it every week. I can't get over his age, man, and he still brings the goods week in, week out on Lunacy.
He's consistently one of the guys that everybody says is just not just one of the best on the show and the best he's ever been in his career.
I agree. You know, I was actually looking back at some old Vito stuff in the past, man, and no shit, like he doesn't look that much different from now to even back then.
He looks like it's like a slimmer version of his WCW self.
Yeah, no, for real, man. It's crazy. Maybe it's the baldness. Maybe we need to go bald in the future, Brandon. But it works for him, man. I mean, I can't picture him with hair. I've never seen him with hair, to be honest. All the way going back to the Baldies in ECW when he was part of that crew and into WCW and WWE, of course, and now JCW. Lebrat says Vito's a poet. He's more than a poet. He's the man. Wait, is he really? He's older than PCO and looks much. Wow. Holy shit. PCO looks, I hate to say it, but he does look like a Frankenstein for crying out loud.
And to be fair, you should see some of the bumps this dude was taking in, like in
I remember.
Like in TNA, like dives to the outside, bumping on the entrance ramp.
Well, that's what rejuvenated his actual career, dude, when you think about it, right? I mean, He made a name on the independent scene, man, out of nowhere again. And I'm like, no way, PCO. Like, really? Again? But yeah, he's killing it, dude. But yeah, a few years ago, he really was like banging on the doors, making a huge name again for himself. But anyway, look forward to later on in the show. We'll get to that when we get there. As we see a whole bunch of promos for JCW's next shows. But that leaves us to seeing Jeeves. He's back.
We saw him before. We saw a Jeeves Sachi vignette, but that was
late. That was a bit later. That was after we saw
No. Actually, that's a few weeks ago. They had started.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, of course. But I'm talking about on this show, we see him making an official comeback. It looked like he was dead the last time we saw him, to be fair. Hey, can I ask, can you buy the Jeeves Sachi stuff? Is that legit?
That is a legit website. We during that one episode that when it appeared during the watch long, we went and looked it up just to make sure.
Really? And it's legit?
It's legit.
Wow. I actually like his shit. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I'm gonna look into some Versace clothing myself, even though it's a Versace ripoff. But hey, who cares? You like Jeeves? Why not? Jeeves remind me of someone, man, and I can't put my finger on it. Like it's there. Is it? But I don't know. He reminds me of a TV personality. I just can't think of the name. But if when I do, I'll get back to you on that one.
Tiger King.
Yes, that's the one. Yeah, am I tripping, or does he look like that? It's a smaller version.
No, that's exactly what I thought. Like, he looks like kind of like Tiger King.
See, I was trying to think of the name, and there. Thank you. I'm glad you said it, because I'm thinking, man, he looks like someone. I just can't put my finger on it, and you said it. There you go. I'm looking forward to what this means with Jeeves. We'll see, but we see more of him a bit later on. But we go to match number 2. It is Shane Mercer and J-Rod versus Danny Moe and the JCW American Champion Facade in a mixed matchup, I guess, with male and female on each side. I don't know if I really like this match, man. It was a bit all over the place, but nevertheless, JCW American Champion Facade and Danny Moe defeated Shane Mercer and J-Rod.
Yep.
What did you think of the match?
It was a good match. I mean, J-Rod and Mercer, they worked really well together. I think if you ever do an intergender division, they'd be a good tag team.
Do you think someone should do an intergender sort of division?
Nah, not really. No, there's already there's already enough trying to get over on the show. They do not need to add more to their plate.
You know what's funny about that? You just did a cocaine's a hell of a drug type of thing, because you're like, oh, this is a good match, especially if they were to do like a intergender division, say one day. And then I ask you the question, would you like that? And you're like, nah. You're a character, Brandon. But yeah, look, I don't know, man. I can't get into intergender matches, even if the match is good. I don't know. It's got nothing to do with males hitting females or vice versa. It's not the norm. But then again, this is not meant to be the norm either. So
it's supposed to be an attraction, like something you don't see every show.
Well, yeah, but like Sanov says, that we already did the mixed tag tournament and people didn't care too much. Exactly, man. 100%. But he also says, very good match. Facade is my top 5 in JCW. Right, meow. I did say meow. But you liked it. I don't know. Maybe I need to look at it better. But still, it is what it is.
Yeah, and we got to talk about the finish, though, with Stephen Flo running in with the guitar and hitting Shane Mercer.
Oh, yes. Which led to Facade getting the 3 count after that.
Which, to be, man, I would have tried to do it a different way, because the way it was shot, it just looks super weak. I'm sorry.
You said it. I don't need to really say it, but yeah. But why do we get what? It's funny. Guitars. It's a staple in pro wrestling, man. No matter what, it'll never fade.
Yeah, with electric guitars, though, you can't really gimmick them.
Was that an electric guitar? I didn't think it was.
Yes, it was electric. That's why you had to be super careful and not hit too hard, because if you hit somebody, like actually swing at somebody with an electric guitar, you could shoot, like, fuck them up.
No, I know that. But are you sure that was an electric guitar? Because I could have sworn it didn't look like it to me.
It was an electric guitar.
Okay. That's odd. Oh. Maybe I need to look at it again. If that was an electric guitar, then was... Okay, see, there's a negative. If it was, like you said, how are you supposed to realistically sort of like hit someone unless it's gimmicked somehow? You're right. So then it's going to look weak regardless, and that's not
especially if the way he did it was the end of it where he jabbed it at him. Like, okay, like that's even worse. That's worse than swinging it at him.
Yeah, no, you're right. I don't know, man. Actually, my brain saw just maybe because I've seen how many freaking guitars in the past, because it's kind of dark when you hit him.
We're used to the old Jeff Jarrett El Kabong, it explodes.
Yeah, like all the dust. We didn't see all that shit, but it's funny because my brain's programmed just to see your normal pro wrestling guitars. But everyone says you're right, and like I said, my brain didn't. I saw it differently. I don't know why. Strange. But yeah, well, that's no good, man. I hate to put a negative spin on that. Only because it doesn't make the wrestler look good, and there's nothing he can do to look good using a guitar like that. But it is what it is. I mean, it's no big deal. But it just doesn't look right, in my opinion. Like in your opinion, obviously too.
And especially too, since we saw we're not to get it into it, just to say this for later. We saw a guitar spot later on. So if we're gonna see the guitar later on, why didn't we have Stephen Flo maybe rake his eyes or something like that?
We'll get to that when we do. So keep that in mind.
Like Stephen Flo could have easily just climbed the turnbuckle and raked his eyes, hit him, or threw powder in it, or got some of cocaine stash and threw it in his eyes. There you go.
You're right. That's actually a pretty easy idea to come up with, but we'll get to that when we do get there. But we see Jeeves again walking up to Violent J, who thought Jeeves was actually dead. So did I, pretty much at one point. And he's been working all day and had a surprise as Violent J follows Jeeves. Then we go backstage once again as we see Vito was on the phone. And then we see Luigi Primo, who apparently makes the best pizzas in all of the US of A. And he actually wanted to be a soldier for Vito. What's going on there?
Well, he's Italian. He wants to stick together.
You know what's funny?
He wants to prove himself.
Is he really Italian? Because I've noticed on his tights, I don't look, I'm probably looking too much into it, but he's got like Croatian sort of colors and like, do you know what the Croatian flag looks like?
No.
It's like, it's red, white, and blue, but it's got like checkers, like red and white checkers. And usually like Croatian people that I know of that are real passionate about being Croatian.
To be red and white checkers, that is something that is kind of synonymous with like pizzerias.
It is? Not here. I've never seen red and white checkers. If it was red, white, and green checkers, sure. But I don't usually see red and white checkers on pizza stores, but that's just me. I'm in Australia, so I don't know. Domino's, I guess, is the closest thing, but that's a Domino, so.
Yes, Domino's.
You know what I mean? So that's the only reason why I'm asking if he's Croatian or not. Because why red, white, and blue instead of having, have Italian colors, man? But he's always wore that type of garb, so I don't know. But man, it's impressive that he somehow plays with the pizza dough.
Dude, that's a talent. The fact that dude can just just keep playing with pizza dough and just pass it around and toss it that's skill. That's a talent.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I mean, I remember the first time I saw him was in AEW, funny enough, when it comes to Luigi. Because he has made a couple of appearances there. But yeah, we see him right here once again. Is this his first time in JCW, or has he been around in the past?
I'm kind of looking at it now. Apparently, he's been in AEW before.
No, that's what I said. That's where I first saw him. He was in AEW. And that's where I saw him in like 2, 3 matches over there a few years ago now. He hasn't been there since. But anyway, after that, we do see the Brothers of Construction arriving with mullets and all, and they're doing their full wise guy gimmick, which is kind of funny. Then we see Vince Russo also turning up, obviously with the brothers, and he says that Lucky Luciano was Vito's uncle, and Lucky stood for integrity. And, they're Italians, so they're supposed to stand up for integrity. He also says Italians are supposed to be honored. And Russo said that Vito had a choice to do things the easy way or the hard way. As Vito says basically, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. All the swearing you ever want, he said it. And for whatever reason, Vito chooses the hard way. And
which leads to Vince being like, okay, boys, come on in. Now here come the Brothers of Construction with giant cartoonish clown hammers.
Yeah, the mullets, the good old mullets. And yeah, they're like, come on, Vito. They're doing their full mafia sort of gimmick, which is funny. I want to see that more of it with the clowns. But I think one of them is better at doing it than the other one.
Agreed.
And you can tell because I think it's which one talks more, man? Is it Ruffo?
The drill. I think it's the drill does more talking.
Yeah, the drill's the talker. Yeah, but that's his. But what's his clown name again?
I don't remember.
Well, it doesn't matter. The drill is the better talker, 100%. You can actually put on the actual sort of wise guy accent, and you can tell it was the other one tries a little bit too hard to actually pull off the accent, and you can tell he's just not as good at it. But the drill, he don't fuck around, bro. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, we see Davis next, and as G's and Violent J end up going to a limo. And apparently there's a mystery person inside that limo, Brandon. But G's unfortunately wouldn't tell us who that person is.
We'll find out though, but here's what I think it is.
Who? Wait, who do you think it is?
EC3. Okay,
interesting. Even El Juggler says that. Hey, El Juggler, you better not be spoiling stuff. I'm just saying, no more spoiling. There we go, EC3. So we're getting Ethan Carter the third.
Whoop, whoop.
Is that what's happening? Whoop whoop. He's not with the NWA anymore.
No, oh no, no. Oh, that was a nasty breakup.
I see. Well, what's up with nasty breakups in EC3?
I don't know, but he's back in TNA. He comes back there tonight.
He does?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. Looking forward to that. And I'm assuming it is going to be him. You guys all seem to be pretty sure. But if it is, I just got a feeling he's going to be pushed right on top of the mountain and become champion pretty fast. Only because a belt just suits the guy, man. He looks like $1 million.
Yep. And he also talked about a segment too on a recent 3-brand episode where when he was had an in-ring with something with Violent J, and he said something to the effect where hey, you're the best musician who I've ever seen transition into the wrestling business. Clear shot across the bow at Billy Corgan.
True. And I know that him and Vince have done shows, obviously. I mean, are they still doing this stuff?
Oh yeah, they're still weekly. Yep.
Oh, cool, man. I haven't seen one in a while, man. But I knew they always done this stuff. Anyway, well, that's interesting. We'll see where that goes in the future. But I'm intrigued. I'm not going to lie. But then we see some more vignettes with the Green Phantom, who's talking a lot about green and red. Green positive, red negative. But he's going to save everybody anyway when he does eventually make his debut. I think at Stranglemania, right? That's the plan.
Not sure.
Not sure. I heard Stranglemania for some reason. I read somewhere that's where he could be popping up. But we'll see. What do you think of the little vignette?
It's good. His vignettes have always been very good. It's coming at the point, though, at least for me personally, I'd like to see the guy actually be on screen. Or see the guy on the show.
Yeah, but you know what, man? At least, though, the one thing that JCW does right, and you can tell this is probably Vince's thing because he's more old school. WB and AEW failed to do this type of shit where they introduce the character before they make their debut on the show. We always complain on our shows, on our other shows, about how they don't do this. So I'm not going to complain that they're doing this here at JCW. Sure, it's been a while, but at least by the time he does appear on TV, you're going to already know who it is. You know what I mean? And he's already explaining himself on who he is, why he's who he is, and you're getting to know something new every week when it comes to showing the Green Phantom. And that, to me, is a 100% positive. And also, they need to learn, the other companies need to take something from JCW and actually do that more often.
For sure, absolutely. That's how you enter. Go back to Val Venus. The pop he got when he made his first in-ring appearance.
Absolutely. Hello, ladies. And look how crazy he's gone now, too, unfortunately. I don't know if you've seen his online shtick that he does.
I really do believe as a fellow Christian like he is, I really do believe that he is being honest with about his beliefs and sticking to the, but he's also kind of turning into a gimmick as well, just kind of rile people up.
Oh no, I think he believes half the shit he says. Believe me.
No, I believe he believes it, but I think he's
Yeah.
the way he words it and just expresses it is a way to rile people up.
Well, he does roll people up, that's for sure. But shout outs to the big Val Boski. So I mean, I can't hate on Val, man. He's all right. But still, he causes a lot of he's always up to mischief, put it that way, especially online. But anyway, next we see Barnabas the Bazaar and the Outbreak, who apparently they've completed rehab. But as he's talking, you're seeing the twin zombies are going just can't stop sniffing their damn fingers. Clearly, they're looking for some sort of residue, some sort of residue of coke. And these guys are literally like, man, they're hanging out, dude, for some cocaina.
They're jonesing, pal.
And the wolf made me laugh. Barnabas is like, stop fucking touching me. Like, just fuck off. Like, they just. Well, apparently they successfully completed rehab, which doesn't look so successful. But this shit is making me freaking laugh, man. I mean, shit. Hey, that's great, man. Thank you, TN, by the way, keeping up for that. But yeah, this thing was, I love it. But you know what, man? Is it just me? Or does Barnabas remind you of James Mitchell from ECW and TNA? Sort of the way they speak, dude. The way he talks is exactly the same in many ways. But I almost started thinking, is this also a rib to James Mitchell? Because when I say that, I could be way off. And Jeff, please tell me if there's any truth to it. But it feels like, do you remember when NWA had a TV deal? Was it for CW? And James Mitchell and all the hoes, whatever the hell they were, they're all snorting coke.
I think I know where you're going with this. I think that's just a coincidence. I really think that's just a coincidence because, I mean, the idea of zombies on cocaine how is that not funny? How is that not entertaining?
It is funny, absolutely funny.
It's
I
just
love
more of,
it.
it's just more of a coincidence that their manager happens to be a dude who clearly watched or for part of his character took a lot from James Mitchell while adapting it into his own.
No, absolutely, man. And it's not a bad thing, but I'm just pointing it out. They sound exactly the same cadence, the same style. All I want to know is the coke part like a rib.
Because, no, that's just, I gotta believe that's a coincidence. That has to be a coincidence.
All right, it'd be funny if it was a rib though. And I am leaning towards more of a coincidence. But James Mitchell did get, he did sort of fuck up the whole TV deal with a bit of cocaina, if you get my drift. But nevertheless, the Outbreak seem a little sick and want more for coke. More coke, that's for sure. But we'll see him a bit later on also on this very show. But that leads us to our third matchup of the evening. It is Too Tough Tony and Willie Mack versus the Outbreak in Jackson and Abel with Barnabas the Bazaar for the JCW tag titles. And what do you think of the matchup, Brando?
Honestly, this was like the most fun me and the chat had during the show because we were just enjoyed the antics of the Outbreak, getting Too Tough Tony's Bacardi bottle and finding his spare.
And they were drinking throughout the match, by the way. Is that their way of trying to get over their coke habit?
They even did the whole spot where they linked arms then drank.
Sanoff brings up a great point, actually. And now the cracks are showing that they're just crackheads and not zombies. Do you think that's the end game? Because that would be fucking hilarious, dude. Think about it, right?
That'd be funny, but I doubt it. That'd be funny, but I doubt it.
Why? No, you never know. Because, they're zombies, right? I mean, have you seen some of those zombies that are on shit, bro? Like on the streets?
Oh, yeah, like the bath salts and shit?
Oh, and they're leaning like this and they're like, whatever the fuck they're doing, especially in Philly. Apparently it's like a pandemic over there. I mean, an epidemic, sorry. Not pandemic.
Give me fentanyl, pal.
Oh, yeah, bad. That's ruining the whole world, dude. Stay away from that shit. Just quietly. Labrat says he cannot wait till RVD shows up at Stranglemania and he brings the smoke. Oh, dude, it's going to be fucking Puff Daddy over there. Like, well, not the real Puff Daddy, but you get my drift. Let's not get Puff Daddy over there, actually. Forget I even said that.
What if he did a spot with RVD in the Outbreak and he holds the bong for him and lights it and he holds it, does the whole thing for him?
I hope we get something. Come on, surely. Come on, Jeff. You got to pass on this information to Vince.
Or how about this? How about this one? The Outbreak get a hold of either shrooms or LSD.
Oh shit!
We have a pre-tape of one of them. He's got the beret on. He's doing like the easel art painting. He's going full Bob Ross. And then as he's painting, he does like the whole Bob Ross shtick. And we have subtitles at the underneath. And now we're going to paint us a happy little cloud.
I want him to be full-blown junkies at this point on everything. Just make him out to be just full friggin' they're like you know what? Their gimmick should turn into where they're hanging out so bad that they'll take on anybody just to get their next hit, basically. They'll even trade in their tag bouts if they get them, right? To like, as in like trade the tag bouts, literally trade them away. Like at some like porn store or some shit like that.
Or if one of the other tag teams in the locker room has like, ooh, what if you had two guys who were like desperate for gold? Like, hey, the zombies need a fix. Hey, we can trade them this for it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. Yeah, absolutely. Just absolutely make them out full blown junkies. That's a first. I mean, come on.
And then if you want to take an even bigger shot at Billy Corgan, you bring in Courtney Love.
Oh God. Oh God. There's no way she would say yes to that. Let's be real, man. But that would be absolutely magnificent if that was to happen, dude. No, of course, keep them away from the needles. I never mentioned needles. God damn it. Come on, Labrat. You can't do that. Even they wouldn't do that because it's too much. I don't think.
Yeah, that's a line. You can't really get any comedy out of that. That's kind of more serious.
I hate the needles that they were doing in AEW. I'm not gonna like it even as zombies doing that. And plus, that's giving too much shit to like people with real issues. If you get my drift, I don't know if I wouldn't be comfortable with that. That's for sure, man. Nelson Kelso, aren't you from the US, by the way? And if you are, what side of what coast are you from? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, that 12 a.m. is Pacific. So that's actually 3 p.m. Eastern. 3 a.m. Eastern, sorry.
I was going to say 3 p.m. Eastern. Ooh. Yeah, EST. That's right. Buckshot Kid says the needles can be filled with juice. What juice are you talking about there, Buckshot?
Some climate change, pal.
I need to know what you mean by that, dude. Are you talking about orange juice? Are you talking about apple juice? Or are you talking about Fago juice? Or the other juice that I think you're really alluding to. But anyway.
Cream flavored.
Ew. Sano says, I'm sorry, it would be kind of funny, but it would be a little messed up. I know. Look, we're just spitballing, right?
Yeah, we're just joking around, having fun.
Because they're already addicted to coke. You can go so many ways. I'm not saying they should do what we said, but it would be absolutely friggin' funny. And before we continue, we got Dashing with Yosef in the house saying, "What's up, guys? What's up, Yosef? Thank you for joining us, bro. It's always a pleasure seeing you around." And anyway, like I said, we can go on and on about this, but nevertheless, Too Tough Tony Willie Mack do defeat the Outbreak to retain their JCW tag team titles. And they did win via the suplex on Jackson for the win. Anyway, let's move on to a backstage segment because we see Russo in his office and we also see Caleb Conley. And then Kerry Morton showed up wearing Karate Kid sort of headband because he just came back from like Japan. And apparently, like, All Japan Pro Wrestling and New Japan Pro Wrestling ain't got shit on him, pretty much. And it seemed like he had a lot of fun over there. And but then we see Mickey Knuckles turning up. And I'm hoping this is where it's going. And it seems like it's going that way. But she seems to be going on an excursion to Japan for a while. And also, Vince is like, get them things out of here. Like, put them to away.
Like, you really need to have those things out or something like that.
Right. I mean, but come on, man. I'm with Vince on this. Put that shit away. Just hide them. Get them away for crying out loud. Jeez, Mickey. Settle down. But that's what makes her, though. She's such a great character.
Dude, yeah, she plays it over the top. So she's tremendous. I enjoy watching her in these backstage segments.
Absolutely. As Labrat says, Japanese legend Kerry Morton. Aww. Wow. Well, Dashing with Joseph says, I love Vito. You love Vito more, and he's more over at 60 than Hogan was in NWO Hollywood, guys. Wait, you're saying he's more over than Hollywood ever was, or you just prefer, or you think he's more over with you? Hey, man, he's killing it. Like we were speaking about Vito earlier in the show. If you haven't already listened to the start of the show, go check that out and you'll see us talking more in depth about it. But we'll be talking about Vito shortly, obviously. No, I don't, lab brat. Please. Don't make me get all ratsis on you again. All right, I hate rats. Oh, yuck.
Master Splinter has entered the chat.
Thank you. Sanos says, I hope Kerry Morton does his iconic selling at Stranglemania. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But Joseph clarifies, yes, NW Hollywood Hogan and nothing on Vito Mob Guy. WCW dropped the ball on him. I agree, but you know what? He turned chicken shit into chicken salad, even with the dress. And the whole lead up to that was even good because you know he was getting spotted in clubs and all this shit.
Oh yeah, the whole thing of like, yeah, they're trying. Hey Nunzio, you know we've seen your boy Vito wearing a dress. No, he's not wearing a dress. Like weeks of that, and then he finally sees Vito in the dress and loses it.
Yeah, man. But you know, I'm telling you, I think WWE were trying to bury him at the time.
Oh,
he actually made it work.
Vito has gone on the record and saying that he believes that he was the reason why they put him in the dress was because he knew he was Russo's boy. So basically, it was like their way of getting to Russo. So he, as a fuck you, got it over.
Yeah, good. And they would have hated that. 100% they would have hated that. Because, you know, every time they give a shit gimmick to someone and they get it over, they get heat automatically, which is so dumb.
Perry Saturn and Moppy.
He played it so well. Moppy. Where's Moppy?
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Sano says gladly for Vito, he was glad that the dress gimmick helped others. Man, he's one of the most unselfish pro wrestlers, if not probably the most unselfish pro wrestler in all of pro wrestling history, dude. For real. He doesn't care. He's more than happy to put others over himself, man. And that's why I'm so happy that he's getting a spotlight here in JCW because he's earned that, man. It's way overdue.
Dude, good to see him finally get his flowers.
Absolutely. And jokes on them, Vito is the best thing in wrestling right now. And he runs with it in stride, dude. He gets it, man. Well, anyway, next we see another backstage segment where we see Ruffo and Yabo put Vito in an ICP jersey. Ruffo tells Vito that he used to be Danny the Drill, and it was him. Well, Vito also says, "Yo, it was me that gave you the Drill gimmick." And then I don't want to say
basically said, Vito, you're the one who taught me what I know. Like, so you know what I can do.
Absolutely. He also puts on like a buff sort of hat on, a clown buff Bagwell type of hat. You remember him back in the day, yeah. And he was cool with it. It seemed like he was cool with it until the face paint came up. Then he wasn't really happy at all. And I started feeling sorry for Vito at this point. and
He
they
had it,
forced
he had
him
it
to
coming.
pick the damn paint.
He had
did.
it coming.
I mean, a bet's a bet, right? A deal's a deal. He lost. It is what it is. Even though I feel like Vito kind of got screwed because it was a handicap match too. Like, but anyway, it is what it is. Vito has to do the whole clown thing, and we'll get to that when we do. But that leads us to the next match, match number 4 between Luigi Primo and
Making the best of
Pizza.
pizza.
Yeah. This was a squash match. I mean, what can I say about it?
So I went and looked him up. He was a legit pizza chef and delivery driver for 10 years.
You're kidding.
No, shoot.
Wow. Is he a legit Italian, by the way? Tell me what's his real name.
I cannot find that. Let me check.
All right, if you can, because I'm just curious, man. Those checkers is doing my head in every time I've seen him.
Chris Monica. He's got his last name ends in a vowel, so he could be Italian.
No, he's Italian. With that last name, 100% he's Italian. I just don't understand those checkers. But anyway, at least we solved that mystery.
Oh,
right
yeah.
there.
Oh, yeah. It's like a tablecloth. Yeah, the red and white checkers. It's like a tablecloth.
Yeah. That's probably what it is. You're right. That I can agree with. It just, I don't know. It needs to be more. I don't know. It's just because it's a little bit on the sides, whatever. But anyway, it doesn't matter. He's Italian. That's all that matters. And that's all I cared about. But anyway, like I said, PCO does apply a sharpshooter and Luigi tapped out. This was, like I said, a squash match as PCO gets the win over Luigi Primo.
Yeah, and he looked like he wrenched that sharpshooter in like he was Bret Hart in 92.
Hey, they're good friends, actually, apparently. So they're both Canadians. You know, one's a Frankenstein from Canada, and the other one's, you know, one of the best ever wrestlers from Canada. But anyway, like I said, that was just a squash match. But then we see Mac Davis once again as he was reporting from outside the limo. And then we see Jeeves once again coming out of there and said, a new talent has signed with JCW. But again, he couldn't tell him who it was. And then, we move on to another backstage segment as we see Stephen Flo and Cocaine. But they were showing separately before they got to the ring. And then again, we see a few vignettes and whatnot. But what's more important, we see Father Bronson and his Red Love sort of gimmick. And the more I watch this, the more Bray Wyatt I'm hearing, dude, in every sense. Like I'm talking about from sound effects to just the video, the way it's shot. I hope this guy, he better be really good when he does debut, man.
I think he's been in AEW too.
Yes? I don't remember him in AEW.
Let me check. Father Bronson, AEW.
What was his name before this gimmick? He was? You got to remember, you got to know his previous gimmick. Huh. Dan Heffron says, and thank you for joining us, Dan, by the way. Jeeves Tony looked like a really poor man's Magnum TA. You know, he reminds me of Tiger King, man.
It looks like Magnum T. If Magnum TA and Tiger King had a love child,
and then we'll call him Tiger TA.
Give me Tiger TA, pal.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I do see. I'm with you on that. I was saying that from the beginning. Like I see so much Bray Wyatt, Firefly Funhouse in these like inspiration in these vignettes. But here's the thing, though. That's this dude himself, Father Bronson, producing. He does the work, all the work himself, and then sends it to JCW, and they just put it in the show.
Really? Wow, that's fucking great work if it's all done by him. But Sanov hits the nail on the head, and it's not even weirdly enough because Vince Russo, not only did he want to work with Bray Wyatt, but he also considers him one of the best ever characters in all of pro wrestling history, dude.
And they did exchange DMs.
They did. They spoke briefly, and unfortunately, he passed away. But he's always spoken highly of Bray Wyatt. I mean, I remember him saying it all the time. That is his favorite gimmick, legit. Joseph wants to know, you see Jimmy T, Vito starts new NWA Italian job, Italian mob, real life top guy. Kerry Morton joins it as a new member. I don't see that happening because Kerry is not Italian, one. Not that it matters, but you can't be a made guy unless you're a paysan, if you get my drift.
And plus, it looks like they're setting up Kerry Morton to be him and Caleb Conley to be feuding.
Yeah, he will have nothing to do with that storyline, man. Unfortunately for you, Dashing. It is what it is. So I don't see it. Maybe in the future, who knows? But we'll see. Sanov says 2013, 2015 Bray Wyatt was so good. I agree with that 100%, especially even all the vignettes in NXT right before they debuted in NXT were just chef's kiss. And then they screwed it up.
I remember a dude I was training with, like when those first, like at NXT, when the Wyatt family act first like hit NXT, a guy I was training with showed me that. I'm like, that's Husky Harris. He's that good. And they did.
Harris. It's crazy, right? Dude, he was ahead of his time. Put it that way. It's so sad that he's not with us anymore, and I still can't believe that he passed away only at the age of 36, I think.
36.
Oh, that's so sad, man. Oh God, I just saw something come up. I got to show this. Actually, it doesn't have anything to do with JCW, but it has a lot to do with pro wrestling. Have you seen someone's mugshot just yet?
Oh yeah, but you already knew that.
I already knew that, but did you see it?
Yes, I have.
It looks bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
Alberto Del Rio or El Patron, whatever you want to call it. God damn it, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's actually very good, right?
Tremendous performer. As far as outside of that, let's let the evidence speak for itself.
He's a woman freaking basher, dude. Sorry, but it is what it is. But this goddamn mugshot, I gotta just show everyone. Yeeks. Look at that. God damn. He's just killed his whole career now forever. That's it. He's done.
Yeah,
done.
Whatever chances he had of rehabbing his image, it's gone. Gone.
And look, see how it says pin on the paperwork there? Do you see it?
Yeah, it says pin.
Yeah, because he got pinned 1, 2, 3, and he's done. That's it, gone. He's just done. But I agree, Sam. I was a fan of his too, man. I think he's actually very good. But he also Nelson Cassidy multiple mugshots at this point too. His other one is crazy. This one's the craziest.
I didn't see that one.
I've seen the previous ones.
Wait, so that was I heard about like how a fan stabbed Cruel. So apparently, that was a fake. I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea that was a. So apparently, they did a thing where this unhinged fan who hated this wrestler named Cruel, like he got like what happened was he would approach him during the intermission at his merch table, went off on him or something like that. And then when Cruel made his entrance to the main event, this dude hopped the rail and got in the way. And it's like, wait a minute, why is security not stopping this dude? Like he legit, like a solid minute, he blocked Cruel from making his way to the ring. Like, why is nobody stopping him? And then they have this whole thing where after the show at the merch table, the fan approaches Cruel and allegedly stabs him. And then the entire locker room empties and starts beating the shit out of this fan. And now it's looking like the whole thing was staged and set up.
Wow.
And that's what ended up where the Berwyn Ingalls Club, which has been hosting wrestling events in Chicago for like 20 plus years, like, yeah, we're done. We're done. No more wrestling. We're done.
That's fucked up, man. Did you ever see him on a Mexican TV show or some shit? He was on a live TV show and he just snapped, dude. Started breaking everything, started hitting producers, and everyone just came out like just trying to kick him out. Like, get out, you know. It was all in Spanish. I didn't actually see it. I didn't understand what was going on. But you could tell. You pretty much know what is going on. And yeah, he's kicking everyone, hitting women, hitting men. They're all grabbing him, trying to push him outside. This guy is unhinged, dude. He's a psychopath, man. Crazy motherfucker.
Yeah, and plus the stuff with him and Paige, and then the other thing with alleged kidnapping.
He loves doing that to his ex-wives all the time, dude. Weird motherfucker, dude. Final Boss Engaged says he's the nephew of Mil Mascaras.
Yeah,
I know.
that's-
Now I knew that. he's royalty. He's Mexican wrestling royalty, man. Dashing with Joseph says, do you see JCW invasion angle Russo might do?
Maybe not so much AEW, but possibly ROH. If
that
Tony,
would make more sense.
If Tony wanted to boost ROH, I could see him doing that.
Yeah, look, we know that Vince wants to do that. It's all up to Tony at this point, man. Vince wants to do it. Does Tony want to, join in on the fun? I don't know. We'll see.
Dude, can we see Tony as a juggalo? Tony at the Gathering as a juggalo. Come on.
Oh my God. I'd love to see it, but would he do that to himself? I don't know, dude.
Yeah, I think he would. Because he's
and talk
I think I could easily see he would fit in. He would actually fit in at the Gathering. I really believe he would.
Oh God. And he gets all anyway, I'm not gonna say nothing. Hey, that'll be cool. TK in the limousine. I doubt it. Like, I'm pretty sure it will be EC3, but that would be cool if it was.
Yeah, that'd be cool if they end up doing a swerve, being like, hey, instead of let's go a different direction with this.
Well, he did allude to that to Tony on the interview. If you listen to it, I'm sure he'd love to do something like that. But again, it's all in Tony's court, man. Lab rat.
Dude, honestly,
he's painting his face to hang out with cocaine, bro.
Dude, how cool would it be if Tony kind of leaned in, like if he kind of just
like leaned into all the innuendos going on,
right? And then you had a picture of him and cocaine together. Just they're not even doing anything. It's just him and cocaine just standing next to each other
with a whole pile of coke right in front of him.
No, nothing. Just those two next to each other, like arm over each other's shoulder. That's all you need. That's all you need.
I don't know, man. It'll be funny though, but they'll drive the internet crazy. Sanov, no, there was never an invasion with WWE in the early 2000s. That was WCW invasion, ECW invasion in the early 2000s, and that went straight down the toilet, unfortunately.
I know there was a thing they did with TNA, like with the Voodoo Kin Mafia showing up at WWE headquarters and shooting stuff. That's about it.
Yeah. That didn't age too well, that stupid
Nah, it didn't.
They shouldn't have really said Vicky and called themselves Voodoo Kin Mafia. Like, come on.
To be fair, it did bring Roxy Laveau into TNA, so I guess that's a good thing.
I guess, but still. Anyway, we see Mac Dave. Well, actually, no. Before we do see that, we see Stephen Flo and Cocaine, because that leads us to the main event as they come towards the ring, and then we see what's it called? Davis in the bathroom and found Barnabas the Bazaar and the Outbreak, who were throwing up.
All I have to say is, as somebody who's been in that spot where I've had my head in the toilet after drinking too much, that was spot fucking on. The way the zombies pulled off, that's pretty much what it's like after you've had a little bit. That's after a nice little Bruton rally right there.
Dude, these guys have become literally like, it's hilarious, man. Though I love it.
And then and here's where we get more material out of them. The outbreak at AA meetings, the outbreak at like sit-down groups.
But what they're doing, like,
and then you have a translator there.
Who, Barnabas?
Yes, because he'd be the one to be there. Because wouldn't he want to be their translator if he's wanting to get them help? That he'd be their translator.
But he wouldn't. I know they dropped the ball when they went to rehab. They should have shown something with that. 100%. They should have. Hopefully, Jeff passes on these little ideas, because they should have. They should have showed him in like rehab. Get some sexy doctor chick, checking up on him and whatnot. And we see the transformation of these zombies turning to somewhat humans. like normal human beings. I think the end game, it would be funny if they were just junkies, like I said, and really they're not zombies. Wouldn't that make sense?
Yeah, but that'd be to be fair, that might hit a little too close to home. But there's ways you could do that though.
Well, they're addicted, aren't they? Oh, there you go. Thank you. Oh, see, that's awesome. Thank you. Absolutely. See, I don't think it's too close to home. It makes sense. Jeff, you're the man. That's awesome, man. No shit. They don't get used? Why? Come on, dude. That's not cool. What does Vince say when you actually pass it on? Actually, go even higher. Go to Violent J and tell him to do it. But it has to go that way, man. And Jeff knows it too. It's got to go that way, man. It would just make sense. You could progress and go so many different freaking ways with it, man. And it would be fun to actually do too, I think. Because if I was the writer like doing that, I'd be laughing at the same time as I'm writing it. It'd be just, I don't know, man. The final boss says they have an exciting story tied to Evil Dead. Interesting. And also, Josie says, do you guys cocaine or I don't understand that part of the question. Do you guys cocaine or will Russo put on Chosen like Jarrett? Well, there's already a Chosen one for Vince Russo. If you watch the show there, Yosef, in Caleb Conley is the Chosen one, as a matter of fact. So yeah.
Over under, we end up seeing a Chosen One versus Chosen One off angle, Caleb Conley versus Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, that'd be awesome. But Jeff is still under AEW contract as far as I know.
So's Willie Mack.
That's true. How about we get ourselves some friggin' Jeff Jarrett, damn it.
So's Nyla Rose. That's
true too. I'd love to hear the chose and what, like his WCW theme, but we'll see. That'd be cool. Anyway, Brando, let's move on from that because we can talk about what we were just talking about all friggin' day. And speaking of, we're talking about, we didn't get there yet. It is Cocaine versus Stephen Flo for the JCW Championship, as we see Caleb Conley also joining in commentary. This was a decent match. I wasn't expecting Stephen Flo to really get the win, but nevertheless, we see a bag of powder and then a choke slam for the 1, 2, 3 as Cocaine retains his JCW Heavyweight Championship to get the win over Stephen Flo. I enjoyed this match. I mean, how did you feel about the match?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good main event. And that was a good, if you're going to use an electric guitar in a match, that's kind of the spot you use it, where you can just kind of swing it and the guy taking it can get their hands up.
Right. But, well, yeah, there was a guitar spot here too, but not the same guitar, obviously. Stephen Flo, like I said, man, I'm a fan of his. I'm a fan of Cocaine too, don't get me wrong. Not the Cocaine. I'm talking about the rest of Cocaine. Just for the record, just in case anyone that's new to like Lunacy and doesn't have a clue what the hell I'm on about and is tuned into this show, there's a wrestler called Cocaine. All right. Just saying. But yeah, no, I think we'll see more from these two. They are friends. They're odd. It's an odd sort of couple, but still, they're still friends. I saw some sort of Stop it, Josh. Come on now. I don't like. Actually, my nose is a little clogged. Nah, nah, man. Fuck Coke, dude. To be honest. Anyway, that just threw me off, Josh. God damn it. Where was I? What was I saying? I was saying how they were friends and whatnot. I'm completely lost now after that. But I'm a fan of both of these guys, and I look forward to what goes on between these two and what they get up to. Like I said, Stephen Flo's got the most addictive theme song right now in all of wrestling with Stephen Flo, not Even Flo. Oh, yeah. Jeff, I was asking before, who actually did the Stephen Flo song? I know Pearl Jam did Even Flo, but I'm talking about the Stephen Flo song. If you know, please let me know, man, because I'm just curious. But anyway, anything else to report on when it comes to this match, Brando? Oh, no idea. Damn.
Not a good match, but the question is one thing. You kind of wonder, why did Shane Mercer show up? Who was he kind of there for?
I have no
Because
idea. He did show up.
Because it's his distraction that allowed Stephen Flo to use his guitar.
I don't. Maybe there's a conspiracy. Maybe they're working together. Nah. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. Like I said, I only started watching from when we started doing these shows, so I don't know if there was something previously that I missed.
Well, there was the thing. Well, Stephen Flo cost Shane Mercer his mixed tag team match.
True. Good point. I don't know. Well, what do you think? What do you think is going to happen? Nobody thinks a new tag team, but is that possible?
Good question. Again, that's what's great about this show. There's so many different directions they could go down. We don't know which one, and they all, in a weird way, they can make them work.
We'll see. But more importantly, after the match, you see Caleb Conley, go away from the commentary table to blindside Cocaine, and then he hits his burning hammer and then grabbed the title and holding it in the air, parading like it's his. Didn't he walk off with the belt too, pretty much?
Essentially, I think so. Yeah, I
Is that
think
really gonna steal it?
I don't know, that might be the angle for next week with Cocaine getting it back. And plus, there's a four-way at Stranglemania. Cocaine defending against Caleb Conley, Nick Nemeth, and I forgot who else.
I do think the end game is to see Conley become champion as the chosen one. It makes sense. I do expect him to become our new JCW World Champion come Stranglemania, because it makes sense in the story. There's no point. You don't have a heel chasing, basically, like a babyface does.
Right.
There's no money in that.
Right. And Cocaine is a good character where you can have him be the kind of guy who carry the belt from, to that point.
Absolutely. And to be honest, he doesn't really need the belt. It will make Conley, though, or make Caleb, him being champion would put his gimmick way over.
Right. And plus, Cocaine, like you said, Cocaine doesn't need the belt, but at least him having it on his resume, at least gives his character a little bit of extra legitimacy.
Yeah, absolutely. Senoff says, I never saw it in Caleb Conley at first, but they just need a chance first. Well, yeah. Trust me, he's good, dude. He's probably the best in the company in many ways.
I own that. When I first joined HMG and doing shows, was during the old days of the Impact, or I shouldn't say the old days, but like the Impact Attack, when it was myself, Vet, and Colin.
Yeah.
And that was when Caleb Conley was on there. He was doing this gimmick where he was there's a tag team. It was what's her name? Ashley. The other chick they recorded briefly, I forget the name. Ashley Lane. Madison Rain.
That was her. Together?
What's up?
That was together?
Yeah. Well, no. Let me finish. Her and Tennille Dashwood, formerly known as Emma, were a tag team in TNA, known as the Influence, I think. And they were like, there's like a social media influencer gimmick with Caleb Conley being like their photographer producer.
Oh, was he wearing glasses by some chance?
Yes,
I remember now. I remember.
Yeah.
I actually remember that.
Yeah, and he always be introduced as Caleb with a K.
Yeah, I remember, dude. Jesus Christ. And now that I think back on it, it does look like him. But he played that character really well, dude.
He killed it as that character. I became a fan of his with that gimmick.
Yeah, no,
and then he ended up getting caught into like an angle with it was the Influence against the Iconics or Inspiration, where they were basically feuding not only over the Knockouts tag team titles, but also Caleb's his attention.
Right. I remember it. For some weird reason, I do remember it. And the thing is, I don't watch TNA week in, week out. If I had to cover it, obviously I would, but I don't, because I don't have to watch it. Obviously, And the way the vet talks about it, it really puts me off even more to even try to watch it.
To be fair, though, as much as we love the vet, he is a little bit biased.
If he's listening. Our daddy's listening. But if he hears it, oh, we're going to get heat. We're going to get heat big time. No, we love you, Vet. Come on, man. I know you can't stand TNA, but hell, just give it a shot, man. Just try to like it. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And like Buckshot said, Caleb would also be on the ring. Like whenever the influence were during wrestling a match, he'd be on the ring side, basically videotaping it and running the social media sites.
I remember. Absolutely. Yes, I'm saying you guys see Tony K allowing Y2J in JCW? No.
You know what? To be honestly, I think Jericho could talk Tony into making that happen. If anybody could talk Tony and make that happen, I think it'd be Jericho.
I don't know. If he's willing to do it, absolutely. I'd love to see it, but will they allow him? I don't know.
I could see Jericho doing that just for the fun of it. I could easily see Jericho doing that just for the fun of it.
Can you imagine? He'd be like, he'd be seeing all this shit. It'd be like Bizarro World for Jericho if he was in JCW. It'd be hilarious. Absolutely hilarious, man.
Jericho would fit in perfectly in the wicked world of lunacy.
He would, absolutely. Absolutely he would. But I think that's wishful thinking though. But you never know. Hopefully I am wrong. But that leads us now, after the match, we do see more advertisements, of course. But then we see Mac Davis again talking to Violent J about who was in the limo. And basically, Violent J said we'll all find out next week. So we'll see who that is. Obviously, you guys say EC3. I'm sure it's more than likely is. And then he sees Vito as a juggalo, and he was pretty excited.
I love this shot, too, how he's basically being forced at water gun point to go to the ring. I mean, he always sees a back shot.
God, that's fucking... That's hilarious, dude. That is like it's a real freaking gun. Like that is just too good, man. But I mean, how do I start this segment, dude? I mean, kick us off, Brandy, because there's a lot to sort of decipher here, man.
So we start off with Kid Cadet introducing Violent J, who introduces Vito the Juffalo, which we later find out Juffalo is basically what the poser juggalo term is.
Juffalo. Poor Vito. And he had the freaking face paint on and all, man. He was
This is how good Vito is. Where he just goes right along with it, leans into it. This is why Vito's so damn good.
Hey man, he's like a trooper. he's down, bro. Absolutely down for it. But please continue.
All righty. So Jay did say he didn't like how Vito had FU on his makeup. So and then he asked the brothers if they had any precious sauce they could wipe it off. Wipe that shit off his face.
Fucking hell, man. Fucking Vito.
So the sauce is Faygo cream soda. Whoop, whoop.
God damn it. He's got to be so scarred.
So to wipe it off, they do the whole Faygo shake and spray it in Vito's face. Vito, the ultimate trooper, the ultimate player, the ultimate worker who gets it. He just stands there and sells it like only Vito can.
Oh, man. I mean, you can continue, please.
So Jay wanted Vito to do the clown walk, and then Vito starts dancing like he's Carlton from Fresh Prince.
You can't get anyone to do this shit. And I know what you're saying, Buckshot. It was pretty long, but you needed a long. I mean, come on, this is the humiliation of Vito here, bro.
Yeah, basically, Vito's getting his comeuppance after 5 months of treating everybody like shit. He's getting his receipt.
That's it. This is the this is the blow off to the whole feud that's been going, like you said, for 5 months. So it made sense to be pretty long. And plus, this is just humiliation time for Vito in every sense. I mean, doing a Carlton dance, come on, bro.
Dude, and this is where Vito's the ultimate pro and performer because he not afraid to make himself look stupid. He leans into it or look like a goof because he knows it's for the betterment of the show.
Absolutely. And he even explained himself, which he doesn't have to, but he did online, about how, JCW's his family and blah, blah, blah. I can't believe people even criticize him over it. They don't get it, man.
Fucking marks that he doesn't need to answer to, but because
I know, he does, and he doesn't need an answer to him, but you know what? That's what type of guy he is, man. You know what I'm saying? He will talk to, he appreciates his fans, good or positive, right? But he doesn't even need to, explain himself ever, man. So, Vito, if you're listening, don't worry about these mark tards, man. But he's the man. He's in everything. I'm just intrigued now. What's he going to do? Do you think he brings in anyone?
That's a good question. There's actually some plenty of names on the outside he could bring in that would make sense and work.
Does he bring a whole, Paisan group? Do we see the real Luciano family and they go after the brothers of Funstruction for being rats?
Ooh, how about this? Big Vito brings in Bingo and Bongo from Fish Tank Live.
What, to go against the friggin' brothers of Funstruction?
Yes.
Oh, God. I mean, yeah, that's not going to happen, though, but it'd be funny if it did. But I think, like Yosef says, bringing real Italians, even though the FBI, most of them weren't even real Italian, if you get my drift. Tony Mamaluke. Big Guido wasn't even Italian, I don't think either. I know Tracy Smothers wasn't Italian, that's for sure. But yeah, if they bring in the FBI,
nor was Viscera.
Viscera?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm 99.9% sure Viscera's part of the FBI. Let me check.
Dude, Jeff Lane pitched Bingo and Bongo legit.
Yes. Viscera was a member of the Full-Blooded Italians very briefly in ECW. Yes, he was. It was a brief period, but yes, Mabel Viscera was a part of the Full-Blooded Italians in ECW.
God, was he was he doing all that? Hey, there are black Italians, just quietly. There's black Greeks too. Look at the Greeks.
Oh, it's actually one night only surprise appearance at November to Remember 98.
Oh, wow, that's funny. I probably did. I mean, I would have watched it, but I don't remember. But the fact that Jeff did pitch Bingo and Bongo, wow, man, they got to listen to your ideas a bit more, Jeff. This is ridiculous. We're gonna start hitting up Vince too now and say,
dude, on the latest Vince Russo and Jeff Lane show, it was basically that whole show was Jeff pitching Bingo and Bongo to Vince for JCW, and it ended with Vince saying, "Send it to Violent J."
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. Go up, go higher, go to Violent J and tell him straight up. I think he would love it. I mean, I don't know what his whole idea is. I'm talking about Violent J, with how he wants to take JCW in terms of seriousness or not and whatnot. But it would make absolute sense bringing them in. It'd be freaking hilarious, man. Absolutely. Sanov, though, said, and why isn't it coming up? There you go. He said, I asked Vito if he would recruit Green Phantom. He said, what the fuck does that have to do with me? Wow. How'd you feel after that, Sanov? Just quietly. But that's funny. What's going on here in the background there? Oh, you're going to the TNA event?
Yeah, let's get pulling up real quick.
Well, I guess that means it's home time then. Is that the...
No. Okay. We missed something big. We missed something big here.
Yeah, we haven't finished yet.
Yeah, so after the dancing like Carlton, he said Vito needed to drink a frothy Faygo. Vito drank it, spits it in his face, and before anything can go on, before the brothers can step in, Violent J sends him to the back. And before Violent J can go any further, lights on, lights off. Here's Vampiro! Vampiro! Vampiro!
You know, I love Vampiro, man. He's the man, dude. Like, even though for his age, I'm not sure if he because I remember him saying that he's got early signs of like dementia and shit. I don't know if he's gotten over whatever was going on with him, but hopefully he's cool.
Are you thinking of him and are you confusing him with Raven figuring out he's got Parkinson's?
Wait a minute, but Raven does have Parkinson's.
Yeah, I mean that happened recently.
Well, he's had it for a few months now, but he's been shaking for quite a bit. Why? Does he have that?
Oh, let me double check.
I don't think he does. From what I look, I used to watch Vampiro's. He used to like do sort of blogs on his Facebook.
Okay, according to AI,
Vampiro,
okay, so apparently Vampiro, yeah, he revealed that he actually got his first Alzheimer's diagnosis in April 2019.
Yeah, because I actually remember watching it back then and him saying that. As a matter of fact, on my old network, I used to do shows on the Rational Rage Network, and my boss Spiro back then, he actually did an interview with Vampiro, and I was talking about that also. But he seems cool because he said he's going to do everything to fight that off somehow, even though no one really has been successful at doing so. But he seems all right now, many years later, which is odd. So I don't know exactly what he's been doing, but he's doing it. But he doesn't have Parkinson's like Raven does. I guarantee you that, man. Because Raven, man, I feel bad for him. He's shaking and, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, nothing. It is what it is. Everyone, you know, he's gone through hell. Both of them have gone through hell. The fact that Vampiro is still pretty cool, he can still go too, man. If you remember his Lucha Underground stuff, man, him and did you see him and Penta, their feud?
I'm not quite there yet with Lucha.
Oh my god, bro! Are you still gonna be?
I haven't got to the part yet where Vampiro is the guy who's revealed as his master. I'm not even that far yet.
Oh, you got to, dude. You got to check it out. When you do, I'm telling you, you're gonna love that feud, bro. I mean, love it. That is one of the best feuds at the time.
I'm looking forward to it. In fact, one of my favorite YouTube channels, Wrestling Bios. He just started a series where he's watching and reviewing Lucha Underground starting at episode 1. Because apparently he's gotten enough people are saying like you need to check this out, getting enough feedback like we will watch a Lucha Underground series. So he's kind of going with that because that was what led to him doing the Reliving the War series was he got enough feedback from his fan base that was what led to that. And we might be seeing that again with Lucha Underground.
You mean JCW?
We should do that. You know what? Bearcats and Jugger Bros. Let Wrestling Bios know you want to see them do reviews of JCW Lunacy.
Yeah. Tell him. Isn't he Irish, that dude?
Yes, he's Irish. Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. Because it's funny. I love his production on that shit. He's tip top. Sometimes his accent sort of throws me off a little bit.
Dude,
but other than that,
the production and editing that dude does is tremendous.
Doesn't he do that all on his own?
Stevie Richards. I'll never forget one time I was listening to an episode with Stevie Richards. So he was like, "Dude, like teach me Wrestling Bios, guy."
Did he say anything back?
I don't know.
God damn it. Well, Sanoff says it was kind of sad when they took control away from Vampiro. I joined him in control of JCW. Well, he might be back in control. We don't know. We'll see where it goes now. I'm just glad he's back, and I'm excited to see what happens with him come Stranglemania and, of course, the next episode of Lunacy.
Well, Stranglemania apparently is Vampiro's retirement. They already announced it's going to be him. Yeah, they already announced it's a 3-way. Him, Vito, and PCO.
Why PCO? I guess to get the pin, maybe? To eat the pin?
Well, we still have one more Lunacy before Stranglemania.
Well, that's true. That's true, man. But I'm hyped. I'm assuming though that I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm actually looking forward to Stranglemania. I like that it's on really late, which is also kind of cool. And you said you're going to be awake, so that means I'm going to join you for that. But
Super late night HMG after dark, pal. We're Stranglemania, pal.
It's going to be on. Jeff Lane said earlier that it's going to be on Chiller TV, and I think you just got to be a member to get and watch Stranglemania. So, and yes, we will be having a watch along, Joseph, as Brandon alluded to. It'll be a late night watch along because it's going to be pretty late. I don't know whereabouts you're from, Joseph, but it's going to be, what did you say, midnight Pacific time it was?
Yeah, midnight Pacific, 3 a.m. Eastern.
Wow, 3 a.m. Eastern. That's crazy, but I like it.
Which is 2 a.m. for me.
Right, for sure. Well, find the link. Just buy it, dudes. Come on. Oh, you're from Philly? Well, that means 3 a.m. for you, Joseph. If you're up at 3 a.m., join us live, man. I'm sure you'll probably be up for the show. Well, Brando, I guess let's take it home. You are going to continue doing watch-alongs. What's on today again?
Tonight we have TNA Rebellion, and we're going to finish that up with that's what we're going to do. AAA.
Triple A. Let's go on Fox. Triple A is on its way. Yay. With Brandon. Literally, with Brando.
Yeah, so we're going to go. Yeah, we're going to switch over to the TNA Rebellion, whatever they got going on. Finish that show up. And then once that show is over, we're going to watch AAA.
I love saying that. I don't know why. I just do. I'm glad you say it as well, man. Because some people struggle to say it, especially if they can't, sort of say any ethnic languages or pronounce any of them. It's just they are.
That's one of the weird things with me. Like I can weird ass way. Like I can pronounce shit well like that. Like I can do I can do Spanish pronunciation. I can do like Asian pronunciations. I can do
Asian?
Yes.
Ni hao.
Ni hao.
You're the man, Brandon. Straight up.
To be fair, especially with the Chinese ones, I think a lot of it is because I was a huge fan of Dynasty Warriors growing up, and
I learned.
Yeah, so you learn pronunciations playing that game.
Dude, don't even get me started. I didn't know that. I've got every single Dynasty Warriors, man. All the way from the PS2 days all the way till now.
Dude, I'm waiting for Dynasty Warriors 3 Remastered to get released on PS5 so I can start streaming that.
Oh, dude. What PlayStation? You don't have a PS5, right?
I do.
Oh, you do? You got a PS5 now?
Yeah, my PS4 died. I got the blue ring of death on, so I had to get it.
What?
Yep.
When did you get the PS5?
About a month ago.
You never told me. God damn it. God. Well, now that you do have a PS5, I want to join you one day on the streams. I think we should play Dynasty Warriors together, dude.
Nice, that'd be fun. Whoop, whoop.
Absolutely. I haven't done one with you. Me and Ben have played each other on live streams on quite a bit. Kicked my ass, unfortunately, on Street Fighter. But to be fair, I fell asleep the last time we played. I really did. I swear. I was falling asleep on the stream. Man, it was 5 a.m. my time. Come on. Let's be real here, man.
I mean, yeah.
And he wanted to keep going, and I'm like, yeah, I fell asleep. And I'm just like, you know what, Ben? I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I'm playing next time. Everyone's like, yeah, sure, blah, blah, blah. But I fell asleep. I wasn't paying attention because I fell asleep. But thanks. And Josh says congrats on the PS5, by the way.
Thank you, Josh. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop, indeed. Well, Brandon, before we go, tell them what you're up to, what you're doing. I know you're doing the watch-alongs, but what else is there that you're going to get up to this
All
week?
right. Yeah, so run down our schedule for the rest of this week. Right, we go off the air here. We're going to be going to TNA Rebellion, whatever's left over of that, and then a replay of AAA, and then we're going to do a shorty stream on Twitch after that. Probably doing some GTA, picking up San Andreas, doing some more Turf Wars, picking up some more Turf Takeover, I should say. And then Sunday we have the HMG AEW Dynasty Watch Along Monday, the Monday Locker Room, the Raw Watch Along, the Impact Attack Tuesday. We have the Late Start Next Level Wrestling, Late Start NXT Watch Along. Wednesday, AEW Dynamite Watch Along and Bell Count. Thursday, JCW Lunacy Watch Along, TNA Impact Watch Along. Friday, SmackDown Watch Along and Bell Count. That's as far as us for HMG. And then also you can catch me on Twitter, as the kids call it these days, the X at LG Brandon Whoop. And I'm also on twitch.tv/LG Brandon Whoop Whoop, where I be once you're over the watch alongs tonight. Yeah, pal. And don't forget to sign your NDA.
Nice. Very good. Man, you're fucking quick. You're the quickest I've ever heard anyone do that. That's pretty impressive. Well, as far as I go, every Tuesday, well, actually before that, Sundays, 11 a.m. Eastern, if you love AEW and you love when we all talk about AEW, well, tune into Direct Gauge with myself, the vet, and of course, the Professor Chabela Vera Cruz, where we talk everything AEW. If you've never heard it before, tune in. You won't be disappointed. We actually have a good laugh talking AEW. So look out for that Sunday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern, right here on Hammy Media Group's YouTube channel. And of course, on Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern, it is This Week in WWE, where we talk all things WWE with myself and R to the B to the V. And that's 3 p.m. Tuesday. And it's also RBV Tuesdays, because after that, he also joins Dr. Michael Jargo for Hitting the Marks 2 hours after our show goes off the air. So, yeah, check them out. And, of course, right here next week, Insanity, the craziest JCW Lunacy review show, live right here on Hammy Media Group YouTube channel, where we usually go at 8 p.m. Eastern. I was a little late because I had to do a few things, so we went 15 minutes later, and I broke my camera freaking thing. But anyway, that doesn't matter. I was in a panic mode at that point. But yeah, wait a minute. When's WrestleMania on? Is it next week?
That is next week.
Well, and is it on Saturday or Sunday?
Both.
Oh shit. Then that sucks. That kind of sucks, because we are doing a WrestleMania review show and watch along, which means you might have to go a bit late for the Lunacy review, actually, Brandon. Or
how do you feel? How do you feel about doing that on Friday?
I'm cool. Let's do it on Friday.
All right. Absolutely. So after SmackDown, we'll go right to Insanity.
Done. Sounds like a plan. There we go. Friday next week. Or after SmackDown, you said, right?
Right. So that would be 10 p.m. Yeah, 11 Eastern-ish.
Yeah.
10 Central. Around that time.
Cool with you?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
As long as it's cool with you and it's cool with me and it's cool with everyone else.
Dude, I made sure to ask off that entire weekend, so all I'm doing for that weekend is DoorDash. So I'm on my schedule. We're good.
Oh, cool then. Well, then it works out. So not next Saturday, next Friday, not 8 p.m. Sorry, 11 p.m. Eastern, which means what is it? 9 o'clock Central.
10 Central.
10 Central. Sorry, there you go. I'm a bit off there. My daylight savings is throwing me completely off with the American time. I hate it. I hate when that happens. But anyway, just remember, next Friday after SmackDown, we'll be live right here on HMG's YouTube channel. So check that out, where we talk lunacy. And until then, I am your host, Jimmy T. He is my co-host, Whoople Brandon, and you've been listening and watching the craziest show on the interwebs, Insanity, your JCW Lunacy review show, live right here on Hammy Media Group's YouTube channel, and of course on the Patreon after the fact. Till next time, peace.
By the time sign over here. You don't even wanna get near. Shit, if I was you, I'd turn around and back on up before your ass gets stuck, little buster. Trying to meet mud with that lip flapping. What you thought was gonna happen? Turn